Well, I mean, I think that's the hardest thing. I mean, I think that's you got to look at, everything. You got to kind of tweak it, what's working, what isn't. And that decision was, for a team, but also trying to free up the pressure on Addie. Addie in the starting lineup, I don't know if I got it exactly right. She was shooting about 44% as a non-starter, or 55% from 2 and 44 from 3 coming off the bench. And then it was now markedly, it's not apples to apples. We're playing the 3 best defensive teams, but a little bit lower, 20%, 22%, and 13% from 3. And so we're just trying to get her. She's a real high IQ kid to kind of free her up to come in and not get the very first punch right off the bat. And certainly, team-wise, what's going to give us that punch right away at the beginning. Taylor had been starting prior, when Chit-Chat was down and when Kylie was out. And, we had success in those games. And so that's a hard thing. And this was one of those games, Taylor was kind of flowing in that fourth quarter. And that's where you gotta keep passing that baton. Whether you're, Layla had to pass it. I wanted to go with Layla sometimes, but then they went smaller. We missed a couple opportunities when they subbed in their big girl. I wanted to get Layla in, but then they quickly put their smaller unit in. That made sense to have Hannah back at the 5 and Journey at the 4. So is it just the constant, the teaching and having to understand that, it's definitely a team concept, and it's not easy to balance all the minutes. But if there's foul trouble the next game, or, Ava's in foul trouble a lot more, or we got 2 of them in foul trouble, they're all going to be ready to step in and I think have that a bigger role. But that's every coach at this time of year. You're always balancing that. And I think team-wise, it was really good. I think it worked out. Addie didn't have her typical stat line, but I think she did a lot of good things. I have to watch the film. But I thought Taylor Strimlow did a really nice job, shooting 4 for 6, had some big buckets there at the end, and really had some good defensive assignments.